All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about something that can feel like a total maze for any entrepreneur: how to find the right manufacturer. We are going to break this whole thing down step by step to make it super clear. So, it happened. You had that light bulb moment. You've got an idea for a product that you just know is going to be a game changer. It's an amazing feeling, isn't it? But, well, that's really just the beginning of the adventure. Because, turning that idea in your head into a real physical thing that you can actually hold, yeah, that's where it gets a little complicated. This is the part that really separates the dreamers from the people who actually get it done. And believe me, the stakes are incredibly high. Picking the wrong manufacturing partner can cost you so much more than just money. It can kill your momentum and cost you months of precious time. I learned that one the hard way, and this whole explainer is designed to help you avoid my mistakes. So here's our game plan. We'll start with the big picture, then we'll dive into the nitty-gritty of finding and vetting your partners. After that, we'll talk about getting your product just right, negotiating the deal, and we'll wrap up with what might be the most important piece of all: your mindset. Let's kick things off with Section 1, your manufacturing roadmap. You've got to understand, this is not just some simple purchase. The manufacturer you choose, they're basically your most important business partner, period.
I mean, just think about it. They have their hands on almost everything that's going to decide if you succeed or fail. Your product cost, the quality your customers get, the packaging, the shipping, it all rolls up into your business's reputation. They can literally make or break you. Getting this partnership right from the get-go is absolutely critical.
Okay, let's move on. Section 2, finding potential partners. So, where on earth do you even start looking? Don't worry, we're going to walk through 3 solid methods to help you build that first list of potential candidates. So our search is going to start online with the big players like Alibaba and other online directories, but we're also going to touch on why you shouldn't sleep on good old-fashioned in-person networking at trade shows and conventions. Each method has its own perks. Now here is a serious life hack for using Alibaba. See, most people think it's just a marketplace for finding products that already exist, but the real pro move is to find a manufacturer who's making something kind of like your idea, and then reach out to them to make your own custom, one-of-a-kind design.
All right, Section 3, vetting your shortlist. So you've got a list of names. Now comes the really important part: figuring out who the real pros are and who are just the pretenders.
And this checklist? This is your best friend, especially on a platform like Alibaba. A gold supplier means they've paid to be there, so they're invested. A assessed supplier, that means a real person from a third-party company has actually been to their factory. Trade assurance is basically your insurance policy from Alibaba. And personally, I always look for a company that's been around for at least 3 years. It just shows they're stable. So when you send that first email, how do you present yourself? You've basically got 2 options. You can be the passionate founder, which is great if you've got a really innovative product and you need to get the factory excited about your vision. Or you can be the purchasing agent. Cool, professional, all business. This signals that you're serious and gives you leverage. Just pick the persona that fits your product and your goals. Once you actually start talking to them, you need to ask the right questions. This list right here covers all the basics. You got to know what they can do, their minimums, their timing, their costs. But don't forget the little details, like how they handle defects or their ethical standards. Trust me, getting answers to these questions now will save you so many headaches down the road. Speaking of questions, let's talk about a big one, MOQ. It stands for minimum order quantity. It's the smallest number of units they're willing to make for you. But here's a massive pro tip. Do not ask this question first. It's a dead giveaway that you're new to this, and it can put you in a weak negotiating position right from the start. Build the relationship first, then talk numbers. And now for the fun part. Section 4, perfecting your product. We're moving from emails and questions to actually creating something. This whole stage is about one thing: getting that physical sample absolutely perfect before you place a big order. And let me tell you a quick story about why this is so important. For my own business, I approved this beautiful, specific shade of blue for all my packaging. The first sample was perfect. I was thrilled. But then, well, things started to drift. So the first production run, perfect. The second one was, well, it was close enough, I figured. But by the time we got to the 4th order, the color had shifted so much that my signature blue was pretty much green. It's called quality drift, and it can seriously damage your brand's look and feel. So how do you stop that from happening?
The answer is something called a control sample. This is one perfect physical sample that both you and the manufacturer sign. It becomes the gold standard, the master copy. From that point on, every single unit has to match it. No more arguments about what's close enough.
Okay, but what if you get a batch that's just a tiny bit off, but not so bad that you have to reject it? Instead of just letting it slide, you issue what's called a product approval waiver. It's a document that basically says, okay, I'll accept this order this one time, but we're both agreeing that this is a mistake and it needs to be fixed for the next run. It just creates a paper trail and keeps everyone honest. All right, we're in the home stretch. Section 5, negotiating your order. Your sample is perfect, you're confident in your partner, and you're ready to pull the trigger. Let's talk about how to finalize this deal and place that first order with total confidence. Here are 4 final tips. First, and this is non-negotiable, get every single detail in writing. Second, remember, this is a partnership. You want a deal that's a win for both of you. Third, for your very first order, pay for a 100% quality inspection. It sets the standard right away. And finally, always have a backup manufacturer in your pocket. It gives you leverage, and it's your ultimate safety net. Which brings us to our last section, the entrepreneur's mindset. Look, we've talked about a lot of tactics and strategies, but honestly, none of it works if you don't have the right mindset. And this right here is the most important thing I can tell you. You are absolutely 100% guaranteed to make mistakes. Things will go wrong. That's just part of the game. The real key is to learn from it, not beat yourself up, and try to actually enjoy the wild ride of bringing something brand new into the world. So, now that you have the map, the only question left is, what incredible product are you going to bring to life?